have had so much more money, so much younger, and with such a smoother journey. It's your knowledge and it's your skills that are going to make you money. If I lost it all, what would I do tomorrow to get rich again? Interesting question, and for me, quite an easy one to answer because I've been in this position once before and I've almost been in it 2 or 3 times before. If I lost everything and I had to start afresh from tomorrow, 2 things I would immediately be doing is hammering the life out of my network and hammering the life out of the skill sets that I've got that I can monetize. Because for me, they're the only 2 ways that you really make money. You make money from the skills you've got and you make money from the people that you know, the people you've got in your network. And that's why I'm always growing those skills for myself, growing that network for myself, and I'm always telling you guys how important it is to be building your network and how you've got to be investing in yourself and growing your own skills, your own skill sets, your skill bases. Now, monetizable skills come in many, many shapes and forms. Ultimately, it's anything that you can do that you can charge a price for. They come in different shapes and sizes and with different values. Being able to cut gardens, for example, is a monetizable skill set. Obviously, it's not going to be as valuable as teaching someone how to be a concert grade pianist, and that's not going to be as valuable as having the skill set of being an SEO master and being able to help somebody's website rank to the top of Google. All of these different skills have got different values on them, but they're all absolutely essential. Moving on from skills to networks, I always say it's the people in my network who've been directly responsible for 80-90% of my kind of key successes. If I lost everything tomorrow, I would be picking up the phone to the people that I know could help me do a deal, that could buy something from me, that could sell something to me, that could get me back in the game in some way, shape or form. I often talk about that as I get older, I have less and less fear about losing everything. I mean, not that I ever probably particularly feared it too much in the first place, but because I know that I've got these skills, because I know that I have this network, if I was ever pushed with my back against the wall, as much as I wouldn't like to have lost my money, I would still be pretty comfortable that I could pick up the phone tomorrow, that I could get back on the horse pretty quickly. I was actually talking to someone recently about whether I would rather be the age I am now with the skills I've got now, the knowledge I've got now and the money I've got now, or if I would give up the money I've got now to rewind 10 or 15 or 20 years. And I didn't even have to think about the question. I would give up the money in a heartbeat to be 20 years younger, as long as I still had the same knowledge and the same skills that I've got now, because the compounding effect of those skills and knowledge over time are absolutely priceless. If I knew what I knew now 20 years ago, the mistakes I would have avoided, the quicker paths I would have taken, the route to making money, I mean, I would have had so much more money, so much younger, and with such a smoother journey. It's your knowledge and it's your skills that are going to make you money. What can you take away from this? The key takeaway from this is always be investing in yourself and doing as much as possible to make your skill sets as valuable as possible. Learn as much as you can, absorb as much as you can, learn as many different things in as many different areas as possible. Because if you were to wake up tomorrow with no money, or if you were to be transported to a foreign country, a desert island, and having to start from scratch, you will be able to wake up tomorrow and get to where you want to be a lot quicker than you actually think. And when you can do that, it takes the worry out of things. And that's a big inhibitor for many people, the fear, the fear of loss, the fear of failure. But if you know you can build it again very quickly and from nothing, then that failure disappears and you've got a whole new perspective on life.